Good evening, yarnies, dirty hookers. And if there's any lot lizards out there, how is everybody doing this evening? Oh, Spotify shush. Of course, as soon as I go live, it plays a little thing. I'm doing pretty good. How's everyone's weekend? Sorry, I was a little late getting everything set up in here, but we're here now. We're going to be doing our Project Linus. It's Team Linus. Saturdays going forward are our Project Linus days. Let me double check. That is correct. I think everything's good. Double check this. Yeah, I think we're good. Couple announcements before we start. Tomorrow we're doing the, I wasn't even prepared for this. I think I would know how to do this by now. Tomorrow we're doing the popsicle and the ice cream cone stitches. And then Tuesday is our back to school / beginning of fall stream. There's two little projects that I'm going to show how to do. The poll in the Discord, if you're not a member of the Discord yet, join the Discord. There's a poll on there about I want everyone's opinion on samples for t-shirts, color combinations. So I'm going to leave that up probably another roughly a week or so. And then probably about a week from now, I'll make a decision on what's the most popular color combinations for those t-shirts for the merch store. And then the merch store will go live and the link will be here in the stream. With all of that being said, I think we're ready to get into tonight's stream. We are going to be working on the Aiden's Radiating Diamond blanket again. And again, I've gotten to the point where it's almost too big to fit in frame. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. There's also the pattern is on the designer's blog. If you want this pattern, type in !Aiden, A-I-D-E-N. Both links will be in that, will pop up. So you have a choice of where you want to get it from. Both are from the exact same designer. It is a square, so you start in the center and it radiates out. And you can make it as big as you want. And it is a variation of filet crochet. So we're going to get right into it. I am now going to be working on round number 22. Again, I am using, and I don't have the yarn label with me right here, but I am using what I'm calling vintage yarn. It's probably from the 70s or the 80s, maybe the early 90s, the latest because of the packaging. Oh, I actually have a label right here. This I acquired somehow. I don't know how I got it, but it is Wind Tuck yarn, which I don't even think they make Wind Tuck anymore. And you can tell by the pattern, the graphics on here, it is very retro. So, this was sold at Kmart. Didn't know Kmart sold yarn. And for a 3.5 ounce skein of worsted weight yarn, they were selling it for $1.09. Imagine that. About almost a 4 ounce skein for $1. Not anymore. So, make use of this yarn. It will be going to Project Linus. Project Linus, for those of you who do not know, or just want to be reminded, it is a non-profit organization in the United States and Canada. They accept handmade, brand new blankets for children 0 to 18 that are in need, severely traumatized, terminally ill, homeless. There's a bunch of other different not categories, but criteria or whatever. So it's a good organization. They accept crocheted, knitted, quilted, hand-tied. There's a whole slew of different ones. You can check out their website. If you're interested in that, type in !charity, or you can just go to projectlinus.org and you can find a chapter near you if you're in the US and Canada. Hey there, Fairy Dust. Made it to the Dirty Hooker Convention. Is this a BYOB? Bring your own blanket? Bring your own bobbin? Bring your own... I'm trying to think of something that's yarn related. It starts with a B. Bring your own... It could be booze. I mean, you want to be a drunk hooker. Bring your own back loop only. How are you today? This music's a little loud. And don't know if it's loud on your end. It's a little loud on my end. Alrighty. 3375. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Also, I've been working on samples for September for our woodland themed. Some really cute ones that I've started. We need to do 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Bring your own back loop only makes me sound like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or an older woman with a dowager's hump. Yeah. Bring your own. I can never pronounce it. I don't have any on hand at the moment. It's a type of yarn. Boucle, blue clay. It's got a little bit of a texture to it. Bring your own Burnett. Bring your own Bates or Boy hook. There we go. Boucle, yeah. Hey Grammy, how are you? Bring your own blocking board. Good, because I'm not going to supply you with a blocking board. 3, 4, and 5. Now we do 3. 1, 2, 3. I gotta redo this. It's split on me. 2 and 3. Now we do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we do 7 and 3. Speaking of a dowager's hump, here's Grammy. Oh! You need to behave yourself, Fairy Dust. She does not have a dowager's hump. Wow. You better watch it. Grammy said it. She used to think you're funny and liked you, Fairy Dust. Thin ice. Thin ice. Okay. Friendly banter. 3375 353. Wait a minute. I'm losing my count. 7535 7. So we should do 7 here. Four, 5, 6, and 7. Someone's out of the well. Didn't know Fairy Dust was in the well. News to me. 3, 5. Wait a minute. 5, 3, 5, 7, and then 3 should be in the middle. Yeah, 3 is the middle of the side. So that means I want to inherit all those Hirschner stocks. If you mean stocks, not as in actually like what's the word? Investing. Instead of that, you mean actually like actual skeins of yarn? No, you're probably not going to inherit that. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do 5. 5. Now we do 3. Me and investing. Either way worked. Yeah, I don't think she has stocks in Hirschner's. I don't even know if Hirschner's a publicly traded company. 5, 3, 5, 7. Oh, honey, only dabble in Hirschner's. The real bucks is in my fabric stash and wine cellar. Yeah, that's true. The real money is in her fabric stash. She's more of a quilter than she is a crocheter, even though she's crocheted a whole lot of blankets in the past 9-10 months. 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 7, 5, 3, 5. I'm getting all confused with the numbers. 7. Okay. 1, 2. 7, and there should be 2 sets of 3. 1, 2. Hey there, Claymiko. How are you? How was the Renaissance Festival? Grammy, do you do more quilting by hand or machine? She doesn't quilt by hand. No, no, no. I mean, okay. She's pieced a few things by hand, but she doesn't do the quilting by hand. No. Hot and muggy, would lasted 2 hours. Oh, I bet. I bet. Yeah, Claymika went to Maryland's Renaissance Festival. Today was the opening day. And it can, yeah, definitely could be a little muggy this time of year. If you go a little later, into like end of September, into October, it's not as muggy. But Riley got to be turned into a fairy and got to ride a horse for the first time. She was so happy. Oh, I bet she was. I bet she was. And if Riley's around, hi Riley, it's Uncle Eric. Well, that's cute. One, two, three. And then we do another set of three. One, two, and three. We do a set of seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. Her happiness is all that matters. She just yelled hi. Well, that's good that she had a good time. Okay. Hold up. I've quilted one by hand. The one made from vintage hankies and doilies. Yeah. Oh, you hand quilted that one? I thought you just okay. I guess, yeah. Done a lot of English paper piecing, all done by hand. Yeah, I said you pieced by hand. I remember the English paper piecing you pieced by hand, but I don't think you quilted that one by hand. The rest of the quilts are get done by machine. Yep. 7. I'm going to have to gather some of the pictures of the quilts that she has made and post them on the Discord. They're gorgeous. Actually, do y'all want to see one real quick that Grammy has made? Let me see if I can find it. Where did I put it? I don't think I put it in there. Could it be in this? I don't know where I wasn't prepared. Let's see if we can find this picture real quick. It's quilted by hand. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Of course, we all like to look at stuff each other has made. Yeah. I gotta remember what file or folder I put it in. Do you have the pics? I might have that one. I was also going to show her the one that you made for me. Or show the one that you made for me, but I got to remember where I put it. I have too many files and images and... Let's see. Oh, it could be in... Okay, here we go. Got it. I got some. Got some. So let's bring up this. Nope, I got it. Okay. This is a quilt that Grammy made for me. It is huge. Two of us are holding it up. I told her I wanted something that had lots of color. and I wanted it like gradiating from one to the next. So it's almost, it kind of looks like broken glass, but if you kind of look at it, you see some circles. Like I see it's like a circle here. And the more you look at it, you see different shapes and different things. It's all done in triangles. But that one, why does it say save to PC? Okay, anyway. So that is that one. This is one that she made. Is that one that you've kept? These are some older ones. So I think this is done. I think you said this is called string quilting, where it's just strips. So there's that one. I'm trying to look. That might be one that we've kept. And then she's probably over there typing away. So I'll hold on before I go to the next one. Oh, went to the next one. That one is gorgeous. I think it's the same type of thing, but it's how she... That one he made... Wait. This one he made for Gramps. He went through surgery a couple years ago. Okay. There's this one here. That's... I love that star pattern. This one is one of my favorites that you have made. I think that's like a pineapple quilt, a pineapple pattern. And I just love all the different colors and the contrast with the neutrals. And yeah, this one, looking at this one here, you get lost. It's less like there's so much movement in it. Really, really, really loud. I'm gonna end up posting these to the Discord for her, since I have them accessible. So there's that one. This one she made as a gift, and if you look real close, let me zoom in. I don't know how well you can see it, but right here, probably can't see it that well, but these are all mermaids in like a 1940s, 1950s pinup style. That's just the pattern of the fabric. So that one's pretty. And I gotta move the thing to zoom out because the way OBS works, OBS is the software I use to do all these cool looking transitions and everything. Let's see. This is the one that she made for a fundraiser. Family friend's granddaughter has a horrible, horrible disease, but they had a fundraiser for the family, and Grammy made this as one of the raffle prizes. And it's the center portion here is a panel, and I think the rest are either coordinating fabrics, I think you said, and maybe another I think you had a couple other panels, and all of these flowers that are around it are done in a technique called fussy cutting and like a kaleidoscope. Yes, the granddaughter has acute flaccid myelitis. It's, I don't want to say it's similar to polio, but it has similar symptoms. But this is all done in this fussy cut, and then she did appliques in the corners. Is gorgeous. Yeah, that was raffled off at the fundraiser. I don't know what's next. There's this one. This is in the guest bedroom. And I'm going to try to make it larger. Very, very sunflowery on the farm. Bright, cheerful colors. There's this one. I think... Was this one donated? I think this one might have been donated. Oh, let me zoom back out. Very fall color palette with this one. And then there's this one. Oh, yeah, this one here went to Project Linus, because I remember when we donated it. And then this one here, it's Kitty Cat. Was this the one that you gave to your friend? I know you made at least 2 Kitty Cat ones. So there's that one. This one's a smaller one. That's something I found. So those are just a few samples of the ones that Grammy has quilted. Let's close that out. Let me see if there's other ones in here. Oh, there's a bunch of other ones. Grammy out there knocking out of the park. Yeah, there's a bunch of other ones I have in here in the same folder, but I'll have to reorganize them. Oh, okay. Oh, here's the one. I can show this one. And hey there, Lumberjacks lady. Grammy's definitely talented. Kitty in the window went to Shelley, window went to Project Linus. That's what I thought. This one here is the one she was talking about earlier. These are all vintage. Where's the zoom? Where's the zoom on this thing? Hold on. This is all done with pieces of vintage linens. So if you look like this here, this was part of a hanky or a dresser scarf or whatever. So all of these are individual pieces, and then she, yeah, they're all hand on. It's just so detailed. Like, just looking at them, like, yeah, it's gorgeous. Now I don't know if you did any of your own embroidery on some of them. I know most of them were obviously already like that. But like this bow, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you put the bow on, because it's, well, actually no, I don't know. But it's gorgeous. Like right here is a little vintage doily that we've done. Well, we haven't done that one, but we've done doilies on the channel, on the stream. So they're all just little pieces that have all been amassed together and made into one quilt. It's giving me like, well, obviously with all the flowers, but it's very Grandma's garden. That's kind of the feel that it gives to me. And there it is. Oh, I gotta make it. It's not showing up all the way because the thing. Trying to show all of it. There we go. And then let's see. That's not it. This was another one of her paper piecing quilts. It's in progress. All were pieces from damaged linens. I added some ribbons and snippets of lace from the year's alternating wedding gowns, exactly. This one here is English paper pieced, and they're watching her do this was like, I don't understand. Like, if we look here, each of these are little pieces of fabric. They're backed with paper, but still, just the detail, very kaleidoscope looking. It's still in progress, yeah. Very colorful. And let's see. Let me just skip through. I have a folder of projects, so they're all thrown together. This was given as a gift to Grammy's grandson a few years ago. He's a Batman fan. So that one's pretty cool. Oh, the other one's in timeout. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's that one. And that's a close-up of the center. I actually helped her with this. This was actually pieced. Like this isn't a store-bought print. It was actually pieced together. There's more of the Grammy. How difficult is to coordinate colors from Hirschner's website? Gonna start on a baby blanket soon. I'm gonna get my yarn from there to give it a try. Yeah, that's definitely for Grammy. Here's another one, a close-up of the pin-up mermaid fabric for that one quilt. There's the quilt again. This was a gift to Grammy's granddaughter. That's a close-up, and then that's the full size. And I don't know what else is here. Oh, that's nothing. That's just my bag. So that's a whole bunch of stuff that she's done. That's just a small portion of the quilts that Grammy has worked on. But I'll have to amass a bunch of those and put them up there all in the Discord so anybody can look at them whenever they choose. 3, 3, 7. Now we're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Do 5. 1, 2. Whoops. The yarn snags, especially it being vintage. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did I do that right? 5, 3, 5, 7, then 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll do 3. When I get to the end of this, to this corner here, I'm going to give you some sneak peeks of some of the things that are going to be coming up in September. More sneak peeks than I've already shown. So stick around for that. Now I gotta do 7 and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hey there, Dan. How are you? I'm pretty good. So that's 7. And then we're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We do 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm working on the Aiden's Radiating Diamond blanket for Project Linus. Seven, 5, 3, 5, then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do 7 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Thank you for reminding us, Fairy Dusk. If Clay Miko's still around, how is that Aaron Hart's throw blanket going on? The same one that Fairy Dusk has been working on. 1, 2, and 3. All their baby worsted yarn coordinate well together. I've used them in several blankets. Be aware that the baby 8 worsted colors are vibrant and the stripes have very longer repeats. If you're looking for pastels, they have 2-ply baby yarn. I'm going to try next time I place an order. And that's good to know that they all kind of coordinate. 1 and 2. Oops. Whoops. Alrighty, we're going to show a little sneak peek for what's coming up in September. So I already showed you the popsicle and the ice cream cone. That's for coming up tomorrow. I'm not going to show you the back to school ones because the back to school ones, I'm calling it back to school entry to fall. We'll do that one on Tuesday. I'm okay. Trying not to go into a full-blown anxiety attack over nothing. I'm sorry. I hope everything's okay. Oh, I know how anxiety is. Hope things work out. I just passed the halfway point on the heart section. Nice. Okay, I don't want to give away too much for September, but I've already shown on stream the maple leaf and the oak leaf that we're going to be doing in September. But I do want to give a couple other little sneak peeks. I'm only going to do 2 sneak peeks. 2. So the first sneak peek, starting the, what day is it going to be? Is it going to be Sunday the 3rd? So not tomorrow, but the following Sunday will be our first woodland themed, and we're going to be that week. The first week will be mushroom themed. And our first square we're going to do, it's actually an applique, but it's going to go with the square. I'll show you how to do the square. It's a very simple, solid, granny square. And then we have an applique, a 2-piece applique, that we're going to put on it. And that is going to be our first project for our woodland theme. It is so cute and adorable. I am in love with this mushroom square. And it's super, super, super easy. You won't believe how easy this is. During stream, we're probably going to make 2 or 3 of these because of how quick and easy this can be. Now, it is on point, but you can always place the mushroom parallel to the side and piece them together that way. Or you can piece, where I got it from, they did it this way, and then you can piece other squares next to it, and then they end up making a tote bag out of it. But if you want to do a blanket like this, piece them this way, and then the corners, you'll just do a half square triangle to inset in between. So if there's another square here, you'd have a triangle here to make your edges, your sides straight. So that is super, super, super adorable. So that'll be coming up on the 3rd of September.
Thanks for the raid.
Wow! Welcome, Raiders. Thank you, Wiccan No-No, for the raid. How are you? And how was your stream? What were you doing on stream? For those of you who are coming in with the raid, I am the Crafty Cub. Primarily, I crochet. I've done a few other things that aren't crochet related, but that was back in December when I first started. Stream was great. I'm working on a face hugger pattern crochet. Wow. From Aliens? Wow, I would love to see that. Very, very cool. So, like I said, I am the Crafty Cub, mostly crochet. A lot of the stuff I do, I teach stitches and small little patterns. This month, we're not teaching anything. We are working on blankets for Project Linus, which is a nonprofit in the US and Canada for children ages 0 to 13 that are in need. Either they're traumatized, severely ill, homeless, etc. So it's going to a good cause, and yarn I'm never going to use, make use of it, and somebody can get some use out of it. What I was showing while you guys raided, sneak peek for September. Periodically I will do theme months. In the past, they have been, let me turn my volume down a little. I don't know if it's loud, if the music's loud for everyone else, but it's loud for me. In the past, I've done theme months. They have been granny squares. September's not going to be a granny square, but it is going to have a theme. We're doing woodland themed. And our first theme that we're going to do in September on the 3rd is this cute little mushroom square. It's an applique that goes on the square. And we're going to have a bunch of other things. I'll show you some other examples of things that we will do in September. We've got a maple leaf. We've got an oak leaf. Super cute. And that's all I've sneak peeked so far for September. But I'm getting ready to, right now, with everyone else who was already here, hasn't even seen this. I still have to weave in my tails of my sample, but I am going to be doing this. And this doesn't have to be woodland. This could be year-round, actually. This, I think they're calling it a leaf edge granny square. And I made the sample up today. I need some practice with it. Yes, I've been crocheting for almost 2 decades, but I still need practice with this. I should have made these leaves are done with a series of unfinished puffs, and they're extended. And you have to make your loops really long. Well, I need practice with that. So it makes this cool little edging around it. So I don't know if y'all can see. Again, it does. If you have problems with puffs, you might have problems with this because it's a series of 5 of them that are unfinished. And then once you do the last one that's unfinished, you pull through all 5. So this takes some practice. The rest of it's pretty easy, but my square's a little wavy here because my tension was off. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. Yeah, you can kind of see right there on how wavy it is. But that will be done. And I have this for Sunday the 10th. So we got a whole bunch of other ones. I don't want to give everything away right away. I usually, for those of you who came in on the raid, I usually stream Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. In September, I'm still going to be doing those days, but we're going to be adding Mondays to that. Another thing that I do, besides blankets for Project Linus, Saturdays is Project Linus day. Thursdays we do Throwback Thursdays, where I do a vintage pattern, and a lot of them are mystery edging patterns, and this is one of the ones we've done from previous mystery streams. So we have those, or some edging using crochet thread. We've also done ones that were not mystery. 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's some of the delicate lace. These still need to be blocked, but delicate lace edgings, all crocheted with fine thread and small hooks. We've also, the other week, we did these coasters, or they're just small doilies. This was the sample I had, and then this is one I did on stream, and I ended up messing up on this one, and it's not supposed to be raised like this, how it stands up, but I like how that looks. I like the mistake that I made. And these patterns are probably, the most recent one is probably sometime in the 50s, I think. And I'll go back as far as possible if I can find ones. And then I think these are all probably from the 40s, 50s. This one I think was from sometime in like the 30s or the 40s. This was just a small doily. They call this the spiderweb doily, which I can see why they call it this. But that's what we do on Thursdays. We do vintage patterns. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I do here. Like I said, I do a lot of teaching. So when we do our woodland themed, or if you want to tune in tomorrow, we're getting ready to have an ad here in a second. Before we go to the ad, if we tune in tomorrow, we're going to be learning how to do this popsicle applique that you can put onto anything you want, and the ice cream cone stitch from the Crochet Crowd. So we're ending summer with some cool treats. I have a ton of pattern books from when it was housekeeper, when I was a housekeeper and got tipped with them, and some other random craft stuff. An entire diaper box full. Wow, I love old pattern books. Love them. Before I get cut off, we're going to go to an ad. I only do ads about once an hour, so it's about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. No, about 2 minute ad, I think. So stick around. After the ad, I will be right back. thanks again, everybody, for sitting through that ad. I know they can be annoying, but they greatly help my channel. Wicked no-no, if you need to do after stream things, I totally understand. Take care of yourself, do what you need to do. And thank everybody coming in on that raid. Just working on this blanket. You'll notice popping up in the chat will be a bunch of different links. You can check out my YouTube. All of my streams are uploaded to my YouTube channel after I'm done streaming, so you can review past streams. There's a link for Project Linus. There's a link for this pattern for this blanket, the 8-inch radiating diamonds blanket. The link is either a Ravelry or on the blog from the designer. Both links are from the designer. I also have a Discord. If you want to join the Discord, feel free. It's !Discord. We're a small little group over there. We share projects that we're working on, ask questions, give suggestions, support each other, that type of thing. It's not just crochet over there. Whatever you want, whatever you're working on, feel free to post. So it's the Crafty Cub, not the Crochet Cub. So, and again, welcome everybody who came in on that raid. I'm just trying to find where I am in this pattern. This is some vintage yarn that somehow I acquired. It's probably from the 70s or the 80s. I want to say the 80s, I'm thinking. I don't know. But Windtuck yarn, they don't make Windtuck anymore that I know of. And this is worsted weight, acrylic, 3.5 ounces. Kmart, didn't know Kmart sold yarn. And this is the original price tag. And they were selling it for $1.09. Can you imagine? 3.5 ounces of yarn for $1. Now, if you're going to get $1.09, you're going to go through those tiny little sample or craft type things of yarn. You're not going to get like anything that you're going to make any like blanket or any large project with. So I thought that was pretty cool and interesting, and it's in good condition for being what I'm calling vintage yarn. 5, 6, and 7. I gotta count, because if I don't count, I'm gonna get all messed up. And being that old, it's not that scratchy. It's really not that scratchy. So I will probably end up washing this before I donate it, just to help soften it up. 1, 2, 3. And let me just show you what, you can see the example behind me, but I'll show you my progress so far. You can see how it makes these diamond motifs, but in the center you got this little flower in it. So you just start in the center and just go round and around. It's a square, and it's a variation of filet crochet. And again, anybody who has any questions about crochet, even if it has nothing to do with what I'm doing now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always willing to stop what I'm doing and try to answer your question. If I have to get out another ball of yarn and do another little swatch, a little sample to help understand what needs to be understood for whatever question you shall have. It's all about education here. It's not just, sit here and watch somebody crochet. Back in the day, Kmart, Woolworths, W.T. Grant's, Murphy Mart all sold yarn, embroidery, floss, and fabric by the yard. Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I did know somewhere. I don't know if I still have it. I had a thing of yarn. I think I got it. I don't know if it was from eBay, just like a bunch of different random skeins, or I think years ago, a friend of mine gave me a bunch of her grandmother's yarn. And one of them It was a full skein, and it had a label, and it was branded Montgomery Ward's. Like, they had their own line. According to Google, Windtuck was a Karen yarn. I think I remember seeing that. Yeah, that Windtuck was part of the Karen family before Karen was acquired by Yarnspirations. Karen used to be their own independent yarn company, and they, I don't know how many years ago, were acquired by Yarnspirations. They're the same people who have Red Heart and Burnett and Patton's and Lily Sugar and Cream. They got a whole bunch of other ones. One, two, whoops. One, two. Why can't I do this stitch? This part of this yarn is splitty. Yes, splitty is a technical term. Those of us who crochet and have dealt with this type of yarn know what a splitty yarn is. 3, 3, and then we're going to do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Also, according to Google, it was high popularity in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That, I don't know if this is from the 60s, but I'm definitely, let me see if it says anything on it. It's probably not going to. But just from the graphics of their label, this is giving me 70s vibes. Definitely giving me 70s vibes with the color and this shape. Yeah. And the font. It's very 70s. So that's why I'm saying 70s. They probably might have still used this in the 80s. That's what I'm thinking. Seven. Then we do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Love Lion Brand True Boo, but True Boo is very splitty. Yeah, because it's not spun real tight, just like Karen Simply Soft. It's a looser spun, but it being loosely spun helps add to its silky, soft feeling. If you have a yarn that's spun super tight, it's not as soft or smooth, I guess. That'd probably be the better term, because all of the strands, because it's multiple strands, if they're all twisted real tight, there's a lot of energy and pressure built up into that. You're feeling all of the individual strands. If they're not spun as tight, you're not feeling all of that. All those stores also sold the classic Ripple Afghan kits. Yep. Now that you mention that, it's a project I'm planning for next year. If you've tuned into my channel before the summer, I have a project on hold. I've got a temperature blanket that I have to put on hold for the summer. Coming in October, we're going to start up that again. We got a lot to catch up on. It's just the moss stitch, so it's single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, but you do your single crochet in your chain space. Next year, I'm planning on doing a Ripple classic 70s zigzag, chevron, Ripple, whatever you want to call it, pattern, but with colors from the year that I was born. I was born in the 70s. I'm not going to tell you what year, was born in the 70s, so I'm going to use the temperatures for the year that I was born, and then go from there. So it's going to be 70s themed colors. So you're going to have some harvest golds and some avocados and some rust colors and chocolate browns, and yeah. So we're gonna have a retro looking Afghan. But that's my long-term project for next year. But it's not going to be a king or queen size. It's going to be much smaller. But I will show how to do the ripple stitch. Very easy. If you can, it's a lot of just increasing and decreasing, and knowing where to do that. Once you get the first couple rows started, the rest of the ripple stitch is super easy. And I know I'm saying that. You're like, oh yeah, you're saying that. You've been crocheting for whatever. Once you get into it, there's no fancy, weird stitches. The one I'm going to do. There are some more detailed ones where they do fancy stitches.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, Aliyoshi. I appreciate it. The one I'm going to do is just going to be probably just the regular double crochet ripple. In my opinion, the spiked ripple is much cooler. Yes. Actually, Grammy has a blanket that is really, really cool. It's a variation of a spiked ripple, but there's also a granny stitch involved also. And I think you said the pattern's called Granny Spiked My Ripple. It's really cool looking. I hope to get a picture of that one also. Alrighty. Where was I? Oh, we did 5. Now we're going to do 3, then 5. 1, 2, and 3. And then we do 5. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 3, 4, and 5. So what is everybody working on? I know I ask this all the time, but I'm always interested in things that other people are working on. That's 5. And we're going to do 7. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Knitting a shawl that I learned a new stitch and a new cast on. Start. Very happy with my project. Nice. Yeah, I need to practice more with knitting. I haven't picked it up in a long time, and I only know how to knit and purl, and it takes me forever to do like 10 stitches. I need more practice. 2. Just finished making a birthday gift for someone special. Oh, I know all about that. It's not for me. It's not for me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't mean to yawn. 6 and 7. I don't know what it is. The past week or so, I've just been so tired and achy. Like, just everything. Ooh. My purls are tighter than my knit, so I'm trying to figure out how to even out my tension. I wouldn't even know how to begin with that. I don't know anything about the tension. I just kind of know how to do each stitch. So I'm very much a beginner knitter. Very much a beginner. 7, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we do 3, 1, 2, and 3. Whoop, 3. Then we do 5. 1, 2, 4, and 5, and then we got 7. Okay, this should be the last. Yeah, then we'll be able to go to our next round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1. Do 3, 1, 2, and 3. Let me see, we got 3. We got 3 stitches. I counted right. This is the difficult part because I'm going into a slip stitch, and I'm a tight hooker, so my slip stitches are always super tight, like tighter than any of my other stitches. So, doing that is not the easiest. One, two, 3. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Okay, I'm ready for round number 23, but let me mark off on my pattern where I'm at. Alrighty, I need a drinky drink. Let me take a look over here. Alrighty. But yeah, I'm really liking this pattern. It's real simple. You just gotta keep track of the counts of how many stitches you do before you do your little chain 1, skip 1, your variation of fillet. Technically fillet is you chain 2, skip 2, and then do a double crochet. This is technically not fillet. I think they call it something else, square work or whatever, but it's essentially the same thing. And that's how you get this pattern with the negative space forming the pattern. And I've shown how to do fillet crochet here on the channel before. I could always revisit it, or any of the other things that I've done. 3, 4. Or if there's anything else anyone would like to see crochet related, you can always pop it in the suggestions section of my Discord. And 2 of the 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5. 1, 2, 3 sets of 7. Well, this row's easy. Not mixing up the numbers too much on me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And do another set of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I got one more set of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Another set of 5. 1, 2. Whoops. Splitty. Splitty yarn. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's my second set of 5. 2 sets of 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then there should be get this last stitch done. Then there should be 3. There is 3. I love it when the numbers come out the right way. 2, 1, and 2. Let's see. Alrighty, let me just double check something. Right, okay. And we do 3 here. Two sets of 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I've only got this partial cake plus one more, so that's as big as the blankets is going to be. So it's not going to be a huge blanket. When I get two more sides done, then we'll measure, because I've only got about one side of this round. We'll measure where we're at. My local chapter of Project Linus, the smallest blanket they will accept is 30 by 30, and I'm easily going to be 30 by 30. 2, 3, 4, 5. Split. It's split. Okay, so that's 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, right? Yeah. 2 sets of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, another set of 5, 5, and then 3 sets of 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, also, gonna mention it again. Anybody who's part of the Discord, if you don't mind, if you want to, go into the Discord section where it says polls. There is a poll that is posted. There are 18 different pictures of t-shirts, color combinations of graphics and t-shirt colors. And if you want to, let me know what your favorite ones of those color combinations are, just so I can get an idea. Because once I get more input, then the merch store will go live, and those will be the t-shirts that will be on the merch store. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we should have 2 sections of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another section of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, and 3. Do my little corner bit. Okay. 2, 3. Do 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2 sections of 5. 2, 4, 3 sections of 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I still have to look at the pattern for the camouflage man cave blanket. That is mostly done. I haven't done anything on that yet except weaving the ends. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, we need to go to 7. 6 and 7. So once I figure out what border we're going to do on that blanket, then maybe next Saturday we'll work on that one instead of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's 3 sets of 7. 2 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 sets of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to do one more set of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we got 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me do 1, 2. And let me finish this corner, and then I'm curious. I want to see what the measurement we have here. Since I've got 3 sides done, I can measure the width and the length because it's a square. So we're just over 21, maybe 21 and a quarter. Yeah, 21 and a quarter inches. So we'll definitely get to about 30 by 30. Sets of 7. 1, 2. Hey there, Nymph of Nature. How are you? I'm just working on a blanket for Project Linus. The Aiden's Radiating Diamonds blanket that I'm going to be donating. 2, 3. Why do yarn makers discontinue colors? Because there are a couple different factors. The main thing is trends. Meaning certain yarn colors and types, like specific lines. Let's just say, for instance, Red Heart Super Saver. I'm just going to use this as go-to. They might discontinue a color because that color in that yarn doesn't sell, or it's not as it could sell because nobody likes it. Or the other thing is, colors go in cycles. Like, when you, for instance, you think of the 70s, you think of certain colors. You think of the 80s, you think of colors. You think of 90s. That's a big portion of it is trends. And I know it sucks when they discontinue colors that you really like, or if it's a project you're working on and you need to get more. Yeah, that does suck. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Same thing with the yarn that I'm using. This is a yarn from the 70s or 80s. You can tell by the label. It's pastels. Okay, okay. But there was probably a time where this went out of fashion. Wasn't as popular. So they discontinued it. Well, Windtuck is completely discontinued. And they may make something else. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hey there, Traveling Tatter. How are you? Yeah, I like this pattern too. It's real simple and basic, and it's really pretty. It's just a variation of a filet crochet stitch. I'm pretty good. A little tired, but that's normal. That's life. But I'm using my vintage yarn like I was mentioning a little while ago. It's probably from the 70s or the 80s. And I was somehow acquired about 2 skeins of it. I'm never going to use it for myself because this is not my colors. And I figure it's in decent shape. Make a small blanket out of it and donate it, and somebody can get use out of it. So, it's a free pattern. It's on Ravelry, and it's also on the designer's own blog. If anybody's interested, type in ! Aiden. It's called Aiden's Radiating Diamonds Blanket. And the links for this pattern are there. Alrighty. Now I need to do 2 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everybody, check out, now that I'm a little slow to this, but check out the Traveling Tatter if you want to learn anything to do about tatting. She is great over there. I caught her the other day. Well, the last time I was in there, I don't remember what you were working on, but I remember there was one day this week you were doing this really cute tatted bat, like the animal, like vampire. It was super adorable. So definitely check her out. One of these days, and again, I got to get in the mindset and practice or whatever, I'm going to learn tatting. I've got the shuttle, and I've got the crochet cotton. I just got to motivate. Yeah, it is super cute. And a lot of the other things that I've seen you've make are gorgeous. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've done a set of 3, a set of 7, set of 7, set of 5, set of 5. And now this is where I do 3 sets of 7. 1, 2, 3. Traveling Tatter, you weren't here earlier when I was showing some of the sneak peeks of what I'm going to be doing on stream. Tomorrow, I will be teaching how to do 2 summary summer type things. When I think of summer, I think of cold treats because I don't like being hot. I don't like sitting in the sun. I don't like all of that. So I like to be comfortable, so I want cold treats. So I'm going to show how to make a cute popsicle applique that you can put onto anything you want. Onto a square, a blanket, a hat, a bag, whatever you have. It's real super and easy. Again, these are not my patterns. I do credit the sources where I get these from. This is super easy. If you can do half double crochets, and if you can do half double crochets together, you can do this. And I will show how to do half double crochets together on this. That's what will form some of this rounded part of the top. Then also tomorrow, we are going to be doing the ice cream cone stitch, because again, we want cold treats in the summer. Now that summer's winding down, we're getting ready into fall, so this is my closeout to summer. We're going to do the ice cream cone stitch. This is from the Crochet Crowd on YouTube. They look like, it might be easier if I zoom in. They look like lined up little ice cream cones, the cones and the ice cream scoops. And you can change the color. I kept the background the same and my cone color is the same. But then this one, it's the white, and this looks like another scoop, or like if the ice cream is dripping because it's hot. Or if you want, you can change it up. You can do 2 flavors instead of just one. This one's got strawberry and then chocolate. And you can pick whatever color you want. You can have whatever flavor you want. You can come up with some bizarre flavors that probably don't even exist. So you can play around with it. It's great for a blanket or a scarf. It'll be really, really cute for a kid's blanket. Now, it does have a right side and a wrong side. This is the right side because of these popcorn stitches, and then these are just basically chains, and I don't remember if it's a single crochet. But the back side doesn't look as nice as the front. So there is a right and a wrong side to it. So I will show how to do that. This is tomorrow. We're doing our cold treats tomorrow. And the other thing that I have shown is Sunday the 3rd is our first, well, Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, we're doing a back to school / intro to fall thing, but I'm not going to show that yet. That's going to be for Tuesday. But for Sunday the 3rd, we're going to get into our woodland themed. And that week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, will be mushrooms. And our first mushroom pattern, which is super adorable. If you like cute little whimsical fairy tale looking mushrooms, we're going to do this mushroom applique. It's applied on top of this square. I'm going to show how to do the basic square. It's a basic solid grainy square. And then after we do the square, we're going to do the mushroom. We have 2 other mushroom patterns that we will do that week. So this one is super easy and super adorable. I love this one. This is so cute. And you can change it up. I went with like more of a purple, like a wine color. You could do the traditional red with the white. You can do whatever color you want because mushrooms do come in different colors. So that's giving me all storybook, fairy tale vibes with this one here. The other thing that we're going to do is the following Sunday, which is the 10th. We're still in our woodland theme all September long. Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays in September will be our woodland theme, or our woodland streams. And we're going to do this leaf edge square where it forms this leaf. Again, I need practice with it with my tension, but it forms this cute little leaf edge just peeking in on all 4 sides. I don't know how well it's showing up with the black background with the dark green, but that's the cute little leaf. And also on that week, we have a week of leaves. We're going to, for 2 of them, we're going to do more appliques, meaning something that you can take and apply to something else. You can put this onto a square, you can put this on a blanket, a hat, a bag, etc., whatever you want. We're going to do a maple leaf. So I'm into this fall thing already, because fall is one of my favorite seasons. It's a close tie with spring, but I think fall is my favorite. So we've got our little maple leaf. And then this next one really only looks good if I have a white background because it's a dark color and there is a shadow. You can still see the shadow. But we have an oak leaf, and these are going to be done on Monday the 11th. There are going to be two other pieces that are going to be on that stream that are going to be coordinating with these. So that's going to be our applique leaf day. So I don't want to show all of my samples. Plus, I don't have all of the samples completed yet because I'm still working on it for the rest of the month. So, trying to get everybody into a fall, autumn mood with a lot of these that are coming up. Welcome back, Clean Nico. Did you have to take care of the little one? So, where was I? Of course. 7755. Then 3 sets of 7. Okay. 3. Oh, it's looking good. I've only done about 2 rounds on it on stream here tonight. But it's slowly coming around, and I only really work on this on stream because I've been making samples for September. I just measured it. It's about 22¼ inches square, and I still have this partial cake that I'm working on and a whole nother cake. So I'm definitely going to be able to do the minimum of 30 by 30. Yeah, I like it. It's very sweet. It's very simple, but pretty and sweet. It's very, like, I don't want to say delicate, but almost has a delicate look to it. And again, it's just variation of filet. If you can do chains and you can do double crochets, you can do this. The only hard part is counting and knowing where to put those stitches. So there's no popcorns. There's no front post, there's no back post, there's no back loop, there's no standing on one foot and doing the hokey pokey. There's none of that in this. And there's the link to the pattern right there. 8-inch Radiating Diamonds blanket is what I'm working on. I wanted something that was simple, mainly because I know I had a limited amount of yarn. And I didn't want to end up running out halfway through and be like, oh, I got to frog it all. And I could add white to this, but I don't know if I would have the right thickness. Because this, I think, is technically a worsted weight, but it's a thinner one. And I didn't want to run the risk of having one that was a little bit too thick to go with it. So, I've got a bunch of other yarns that are 1 or 2 skeins of each. But I don't know if I'm going to have anything to coordinate it with it. 5, 6, and 7. So I'll probably end up doing another blanket, possibly like this. Not this pattern. I want to try different patterns. I don't want all of the blankets to be the same pattern. Okay. But I think this would be a good project for somebody who's just starting out and wanting to learn filet crochet, or technically it's not filet. Technically I think it's called square or open work. It's all related to filet. So this might be a good pattern to start with, and something that's pretty because it's not just the squares. You've got this flower motif that's in the center of these diamonds. And I like it also because the holes, the squares, is the pattern, is the visual part to it. It's not, the stitch is just the foundation, it's just what's making the all of the open work possible. There's 7. Okay, there's 7 there. Okay. I'm going to do 2 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I like it. This would be a good one for a beginner also, because you make it whatever size you want, because you start in the center and you radiate out. So it's not like, oh, I need to have X amount to make this. It has to be X amount of inches wide or whatever. If you just want to play around with it, you just keep going. 4 and 5. Second set of 5. And then I got 2 sets of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, like I've always said, if anybody has any questions whatsoever about any type of crochet, it doesn't have to be what I'm doing here, feel free to ask. 2. I'm always willing to stop what I'm doing to show something else to help people learn. 6 and 7. Again, it's not just me, just y'all sitting here watching somebody work on a project. It's teaching and learning different techniques. Okay, we're going to slip stitch to that one. We just did round number 23. Let me mark it off. And then we're going to do 24, and I think we're going to start up, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this next round that we're going to work on now, that we're going to start, is going to be starting our little flower motif. It's going to be this bottom portion here we're going to start, I think. Right? Let me double check. And let's see here. Skip over. And 5. I'm looking for something in the pattern to tell me 5 double crochets, skip 1 double crochet, double crochet. Okay, let me just double. I could be wrong. I'm wrong. Okay. We just started this little point here. That little point is that point. Yeah, we got a couple more rows before we do that. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to go and have another ad break. And you just sat there and watched me get confused and figure out what we were going to be doing. So I will be back right after this ad. I think it's about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I always forget how long my ads are. So I appreciate everybody sitting through the ad. It definitely helps up my channel, and I will be back right after this break. Welcome back, everybody. Again, thank you for sitting through the ad. I greatly appreciate it. 5, 7, 7. Do one more set of 7. 1, 2. I think, Clean Miko, I think you had stepped away earlier. When Fairy Dust was in here, Fairy Dust is not in here at the moment, he had asked, how far are you getting on that throw blanket? The Aaron's Heart throw blanket, the one that he's working on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, Fairy Dust is back. I've had Simon and Garfunkel in my head for 3 days. Which song? One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Scarborough Fair? Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we've got 3. We got 3 here. 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I could think of some worse bands to have in your head. Okay. Next side of the square. Again, we got 3. And then we do 2 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the next set. Then we have 3 sets of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're definitely worse ones. Could be Cardi B. Yeah. I was over 40 when WAP came out. When I heard it, I still didn't think I was old enough to hear it. Yeah. Yeah, same here. Same here. I'm not a fan of hers. I guess I'm officially an old man, an old crotchety man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 5, 5. No, 3, 5, 5. 7, 7, 7, and then 2 5s. There I am, putting out somebody's phone number again. Sorry I wasn't paying attention, I was purchasing our tickets. Cool. I had mentioned that earlier, I think you had stepped away to tend to the little one. Fairy Dust asked how far you've gotten on the Aaron Hart's blanket. 3, 4, 5. We're wondering about your progress. Check your messages when you get a chance. And Merry Christmas from... What? Oh, okay, thank you. Okay. No, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Now I'm totally discombobulated. We're going to be going to a actually I can tell it here. We're going to be going to a Christmas drag show in November with some I think all, well, I don't know if all of them, maybe, with a bunch of drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race, which I've looked at the lineup, or part of the lineup, and most of them I don't know, so I need to binge watch some more current seasons. I know, I think Alyssa Edwards will be there. Hopefully. Oh, Clay Miko. And this is totally nothing to do with stream. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. She just sent me a picture of her progress on the blanket. Oh, that's cool. I like the color, the color you chose. Very nice. Looks like you're doing the popcorns. Very, very, very nice. Can't wait to see when it's all done, or more progress on it. Anyway, what I was going to ask you, I'll ask you off stream. Wait, where did this go to? Last drag show, went to all the queens, did a number together. It was nothing dirty going on from the best little warehouse in Texas. Nice. I've never actually seen that show, either the movie or the stage production. I know what it's about. 77755. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last one that I saw, it was actually a play. And Clay Mika went with a mutual friend. It was back in February. We went. It was in D.C. It was called... What was it called? Going Golden Again, or... It was basically the Golden Girls, but now. Like, they were still alive. And there were a lot of, it was raunchy. I mean, there was no nudity, but there were some really raunchy, jokes and everything. It was hilarious. It's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, very hilarious. 5, and now we need... It's been close to 20 years since I've been to a bar or a drag show. Wow. Yeah, I don't do bars. Not my thing. I mean, I did it before. Too many people and loud and noisy, and... But this is at, like, a theater, like, like where they have, like, plays and musicals and that type of thing. Well, yeah. I mean, no. The Golden Girls show we went to was technically a drag show. I mean, it wasn't a drag show as in, like, each one of them do a few numbers. It's not that type. Drag shows and karaoke are the only reason I went to bars. Okay, I'm losing. Uh-oh. I messed up. That's what happens when I start talking and all. Wait, did I mess up? Yeah, I did mess up. Okay. It's okay. 3. And then we do 2 sets of 5. Yeah, I might have to frog here in a second. Nothing's... We haven't decided if we need to frog or not. And it's ribbit. Sorry. I named the chat thingy something that's not logical, but 3, 4, 5, 7. And then we need 7. 3, 4, 5, 7. It's okay. You can do it again. 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. That was 7. Oh, yeah. I got a frog back just to here. It's only it's only that. I can't dance. I just kind of move awkwardly to music. I'm reminiscent of a chunky ostrich having a stroke. I can't dance either. I cannot dance. Can't. Geez, man, you need to get out more. My much older 84-year-old sister went to a drag show a few months ago. She did. Yeah, she did. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is it 5 or this has to be 7? My numbers are all 7, 7, 7, 5, 5. Okay. Then 3 sets of 7. Yeah, this is proof I can't do 2 things at once. I can't talk and crochet at the same time. Like, I'm not one of those that can watch TV or a movie while crocheting. It's one or the other. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I can listen to something, but watching something, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only time I've been to a drag show was probably back in 2010. It was at a bar in Baltimore. It's no longer a bar. It's now a CVS. Me and a bunch of people, we went. We didn't know it was going to be a drag show. We just went to go dance and hang out and drink. And we showed up and they were having a drag show. I was like, okay. No, it was all local ones. So it wasn't anybody I recognized. 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. 2 sets of 5, then a set of 3. 1, 2, 3. And you mentioned karaoke. You'll never see me do karaoke. No. I might sing here by myself when nobody is watching, but that's it. I don't necessarily watch something as a crochet, but there's always something in the background to listen to. Probably lawyers giving an analysis of current court cases. It's one of my vices. Like on YouTube or like on cable TV. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. YouTube, yeah. I've seen a few of those. What's the one? There's... I don't remember what the channel's name is. I can picture him. He's like well known. He's like a well-known YouTube legal thing. And then I watch occasionally. It's been a while, and I don't know why I started watching it, and then I just watched a whole bunch. And Steve Lato's Law, and YouTube. He does legal stories that made the news and then talks about them. I sing a lot. 6 have damaged my vocal cords, though my voice isn't what it used to be. Yeah, you don't want to hear me sing. Never had a good singing voice. No, usually what I watch while I'm crocheting, if I'm not trying to follow a pattern, Emily D. Baker, I'm not familiar with that one. I watch some true crime YouTube channels, like with Danielle Halloran. There's one called That Chapter. There's, what are some of the other ones? Can't remember half of them. Like, it's either true crime or like disasters or, yeah, spooky type things like that. I also will watch, and my latest thing, I like history. I like lots of history and a lot of English history. And I've been watching, it's a channel called Free Tours by Foot London. They're in London, and when the pandemic started, they had to like figure out how they're going to do it. So they went virtual for a lot of it, and you can watch them walking around. You have to go. You need to, you're hurt. Your hurt needs to head to bed soon. You're hurt. Okay. Good night, Clemiko. I hope you feel better. The karaoke app I sing on, I join duets. Yeah, you don't want to hear it now. You don't want me singing. But it's called Free Tours by Foot London, and they'll go to different historical places all around London, and they'll like walk you through like you're on the tour. They also have the company, I think they said, and I've never seen any. They have some in New York, DC, New Orleans, a couple other places. So basically, I'm going on a tour of these cities, of these places, but don't have to go anywhere and don't have to pay for anything, and sit here in the comfort of my own home. 3, 5. We're going to do 2 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then another set of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then 3 sets of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's one set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 2 sets. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we have 2 sets of 5. 1, 2, 3. Split the yarn again. 3, 4, and 5. Now another set of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 sets of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Are you crocheting or playing rummy? 2 sets of 5, 2 sets of 7. How about a jack, queen, king, and ace of clubs? Yes, I'm playing rummy. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we've got the right amount of stitches. We do. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do my corner stitch. And I think we're going to call it a night there. Let me double check. Yeah, we got one more side, but I'm going to call it a night. Let me zoom out. You're probably not going to see that much. Well, no, you actually do see a little more progress. I did about 2 or 3 rows or rounds. So, coming along, we're going to find somebody to raid. Let's take a look real quick. Let's see who's on. I don't think anybody, let me refresh this to see if, yeah, we're going to go and raid them. They only have one person in there at the moment. Let me move this over, move my yarn bowl and project over. Again, thank you everybody for coming in and spending time with me while I was working on the blanket. I will be on tomorrow evening for the popsicle applique, and the ice cream cone stitch. And let me get this thing spelled right. Yeah, like I said, we're going to do the popsicle and the ice cream cones tomorrow. Tuesday, we're doing the back to school / beginning of fall type projects, which I will show, probably sneak peek tomorrow evening. Stick around for the raid. We're going to go raid Flaming Spipernado. I can never pronounce their name. They're doing some weaving. Right now they got cats on the screen, but they're doing some weaving at the moment. So stick around for the raid. Go and show them some love. Again, I'll be on tomorrow night. And as I always say, happy crafting. And the raid will start